practical is really a very interesting topic, that is chromatography. Chromatography is a technique, it is a biophysical technique used in the separation of the compounds from a mixture. Right now I am going to focus on the plant pigments. In plants there are primarily found four types of pigments: chlorophyll A, which is dark green in color; chlorophyll B, which is light green in color or yellowish green in color; and xanthophyll, yellow; and carotenoid, that is orangish in color. Now in this technique we will be separating the plant pigments. As we know that chromatography is basically of two types. One is column chromatography, another is planar chromatography. The technique that we will be applying is paper chromatography. In this technique, we will be having four types. Right now I will be focusing on the ascending mode only, and paper chromatography is a type of planar chromatography. Usually what we see, there are two phases. One is the stationary phase, another is the mobile phase. In stationary phase, what is happening is the cellulose material is found in a saturated condition, and that will be used in the stationary phase when the water droplets will be settling in the filter paper itself. In chromatography, we will be using a Whatman filter paper, which is A-graded filter paper. Otherwise, a chromatography paper also is there. In our experiment, we will be using a filter paper, and in this paper, the water droplets will be remaining in the pores, allowing the solvent molecules to be transferred. When the solvent molecules will be transferred, as it will be in an ascending mode, so we can call it in ascending type of chromatography. I will be demonstrating today chromatography. As I have said, separation of the plant pigments, the choice of solvent. Earlier also I have mentioned, again I am mentioning, it could be ethanol, methanol, isopropyl alcohol, propyl. And today the basic choice that I will go for is a 9:1 ratio of petroleum ether and acetone. Acetone is an organic compound, helps in dissolving the plant pigments. Readily it will dissolve, and this will give me a better result because I will be having a combination of a non-polar solvent also. In this case, for non-polar I will be using petroleum ether. So let's see what the demonstration is showing us more about the chromatography experiment. Okay, this experiment on chromatography is used, technique is used as I have specified earlier, that it is separation of the pigments. We will separate the pigments to see what colors are there, and namely what are the pigments. Now I have taken here variegated leaves also, and I have taken coleus also. So I find this is quite stiff, it will take a long time to get dissolved, so this is quite a soft one. What I will be doing is, I will be cutting out the leaf, leaving the leaf margin, and then making it into smaller pieces. Accurately I will be measuring 5 ml acetone and dissolving these leaves into it, a pinch of sand into it. So let me start the work, that is cutting it into smaller pieces. I have taken a mortar, a pestle, to grind it properly. Make sure that the leaf is soft, because if a hard leaf is taken, it will take longer time to dissolve it. And today's experiment will be basically separation of the plant pigments. There are a lot of pigments over here, so probably we are going to see them properly. So I'll start it from here. I have cut the pieces of that leaf. I have taken a variegated leaf and I have cut into smaller pieces. A pinch of sand I have used. You can use magnesium chloride, which will act like a buffer. And accurately, acetone I have taken 5 ml. So this is going to help in dissolving this whole of the whole of the plant extract, and make sure that you grind it properly and make a very fine paste. Then you allow it to stand for at least 10 minutes so that it is nicely mixed also. After this you will filter this. First you will mix it properly and then you will filter this. After filtering it, we will use the filtrate in our chromatogram. You can see this paper. I have used a filter paper in this case. There is another better quality of paper, chromatography paper also, which I have cut into strips, and there is a notch. In this notch I have put a pencil mark. Please do not use any pen mark, because in that case you will be separating the ink components also. So here a pencil mark and a proper point over there, so that I can put my extract concentrated into that mark. So this is my basic idea. So let me finish this work. So coming back after 10 minutes, we have spent 10 minutes on grinding it and making a proper paste. Now if you see, this is quite thick one, you can put a little bit of more acetone into it and then filter it. Right now I am not filtering it because it will be little bit time consuming. Usually we use chromatography chamber. I have managed with only 2 beakers. I am using a smaller beaker. Why I am using 2 beakers? Because in another one I am going to try with another component. So first let me try with this one. For a proper solvent, as I have said, usually what we use is petroleum ether and ethanol. You can also use methanol also use, but here I am going to use acetone and petroleum ether in a okay. As you see, this is the filter paper which I am going to use for my chromatogram. You can use a better quality filter paper, a chromatography paper also. You cut the strips. If you are using test tubes for this chamber purpose, you can make a thinner strip. Right now I am using beaker, so I am making a strip like this, and this strip has got a notch and a pencil mark. As I have said, do not use a pen mark, use a pencil mark. This region will be dipping into the solvent, that is petroleum ether and acetone mixture, what I will be putting in a proper ratio of 9:1. So that will be dipping into it, but make sure the mark that you put where I will be concentrating this cellulose content, this has been a proper mixture. What I will do is, with a capillary tube, which I do not have right now, I am going to use this part of the matchstick only. Little with this mark, I am going to put little bit on this mark and then leave it for some time, allow it to dry, and repeat this process at least 4 to 5 times, as long as you have a concentrated mark of it. The other part is this chromatography chamber. What I said is a solvent, a proper mixture of petroleum ether and acetone will be put into it, and before that you take a string, use a sellotape, so that this goes into it. It dips into the beaker in such a way that the mark should not dip into it. Only the notch portion goes into the solvent. Slowly, gradually the solvent molecules will be traveling in an ascending manner. Students, from here I will take you back. You can see this chromatography chamber I do not have. So what I have used is a beaker I have used, where I have kept petroleum ether and acetone in a proportion, in a ratio 9:1. This is going to act like movement of solvent molecules will be acting. The mobile phase will be helping the movement of the solvent molecules to take place. Already you can see that I have attached the strings and the 2 strips of paper which are going to act as chromatogram, putting a saturated condition of cellulose into it. The tiny droplets, you can see in the camera, already it is starting to spread in this beaker. You can see the result is coming. You will find a color, I can see from this side, light green color and yellowish color. Remember that yellowish color is of the xanthophyll and the light green color is that of the chlorophyll B. Right now I can see, if it had been any anthocyanin does not travel, so it would have stopped there. Students, you can see how the transference of the solvent molecules have taken place in both the beakers. You can see a clear view over here. Very light yellowish color on top, and then comes little bit darker green, which shows chlorophyll A, light yellowish green chlorophyll B, and in the other beaker, here I have used ethanol. In this beaker I have used ethanol. In this beaker, where I could not get petroleum ether, if you are unable to get, right now I have used, but if you are unable to get, you can always look for another combination. So petroleum ether and acetone, this has given this result, and this one has given, this is ethanol I have used. So in both the cases you will find that transference of the molecules have taken place.